What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So, we're doing a build and guide on the Aegrit, the newest AoE pistol added to Warframe. And when I say new, it came alongside the Veilbreaker AoE ammo changes. So this thing has some serious ammo issues by design. So we're going to go over all the stuff today. I'm going to show you how to unleash the true power of the Aegrit whenever you actually get it, because it's still only currently obtainable for either real cash with the Veilbreaker supporter bundle, or you can buy it for platinum from the market. To get this thing without paying any plat or money, you have to actually go to Call's Garrison and get it to rank 4, which is going to take a couple weeks of grinding call missions. So currently no one has it that didn't buy it. So I did buy this. So we'll be going over the Aegrit today. Make sure to check the live stream channel as well, and make sure you're subbed to this channel to see all the videos when they go up. I appreciate all the support lately, guys. Really big support. Okay, so what is the Aegrit? We're going to briefly go over its stats and what you can expect with this thing. But pretty much, I renamed it to the Pocket Brahma for a reason. This thing is very similar to those AoE big boom blasters we have, especially in the blast radius department, and the crit department too. So, let's go over what we have here. So we have a few throwing weapons that you can manually detonate. They do not automatically detonate. I wish they were proximity mines, but they're not. So, you toss these things out. And once you press the alternate fire button, they will detonate. And as you can see at these stats right here, we've got 4 maximum ammo. So you hold 2 in the magazine, you have like 2 shots in reserve, I believe. 1 ammo pickup, so every ammo pickup that counts for this thing, if you didn't know this, there's only primary and secondary ammo now. There's no such thing as like sniper ammo, shotgun ammo, bow ammo. Primary and secondary, that's it. So if you run ammo mutation, you're good to go, basically. Every pickup will become pistol ammo for you. We've also got a relatively slow reload speed at 1.3, and as far as the damage stats are concerned, we have 37% crit chance. We will have over 100% crit chance with just Prime Pistol Gambit on this weapon if you max it out, but unfortunately not the best crit multiplier, 1.9, so not super crazy crit multiplier. Still, you should mod this thing for crits. It's got okay status chance at 19, but this thing only does like 1 instance of damage, so don't be expecting like a big amount of procs from this thing. It's more about upfront damage and blowing stuff up. We've got 9 base damage on the impact of it, so if you hit an enemy with this thing, it'll do 9 damage, but the explosion is going to give you a little bit more bang for your buck. 797 explosion damage with a 9-meter radius, 70% damage fall off. So, some of the things that doesn't tell you in that description right there. You can have a maximum of 4 bombs on the field at a time. So with my multi-shot build right now, look at this. I throw out 3 bombs with the first shot. You'd think I'd throw out 3 bombs with the second shot, too, but since we can only have 4 on the ground at any given time, I am guaranteed to only throw 1 bomb with the second throw, as you can see right there. Now I can no longer throw any bombs because there are 4 bombs on the ground, but now I can detonate them for a big boom. So, if you're trying to get a Riven for this thing or whatever, go for multi-shot because you want to get all 4 bombs out in one toss. If you can bypass the whole having to like wait to throw a second bomb out, that could be really good. Now, as far as the build right here, we're showing a Corrosive, but I'm going to show you how to unleash the actual true theory of this weapon near the end of the video, because there's a funny little gimmick you can do with it. But yeah, we have a crit Corrosive build right here, good for upfront damage, good for like Armored Grenier for the most part, and there's other builds you can run on here too. I'm going to highly recommend Prime Fulmination, even though it did get nerfed recently. As you can see right here, with Prime Fulmination, the blast radius goes to nearly 13 meters. That's bigger than most AoE guns in the game. That's actually bigger than everything in the game, besides like 1 or 2 very specific situations that I'd call niche, honestly. So 9 meters at base. Without it, Prime Fulmination takes it to 13, and it's a big boom blaster. Alright, so we're going to just toss it on a couple enemies in Simulacrum. We can show you how that works. We'll start with some butchers, just because, it's going to show how big the blast radius is. So I'm going to go at the middle right here. Now, you can stick them to enemies, but it really doesn't do much to stick to them. As you can see, the bombs are embedded into this enemy. And I can detonate it, and as you see, a big enough explosion to kill all the butchers. So, good in that regard. And if you want to just like be speeding through a mission with this, you can do this. You can throw them, detonate, throw, detonate. That's kind of like what you'll be doing if you want to, spam these like the Brahma in the good old days. But then again, it's got an ammo problem. So, I'm going to recommend you definitely run some type of ammo mutation. Now, I don't have this maxed out, and it's still working, so I don't know if that's intended or not, but I just am running an unranked pistol ammo mutation. I have a Prime Pistol Mutation maxed out, but this thing has a mod space issue too, because I'm running full 90-90s. These are 90 elementals. This status chance is too low, but we go for like a gas build. If you're doing some armor strip, this gas build will be in the gameplay footage, and I'm going to show you how to, you know what, while we're here, let's just do it right now. Okay, so some things you can do. You can run Merciless for extra damage, or if you're running a frame with overshields, you can run Cascadia Overcharge. Now let's actually go find a build that will work on real quick. I think my Garuda had it all set up. Here we go. So if you run Cascadia Overcharge, it's going to give you 300% increased crit chance while you have Overshield active, meaning this thing will red crit. Unfortunately, there's no like Hunter Munitions for secondaries, which is like a force slash proc on crit. But you know, since we don't have that, might as well just do this. And let's just take it a step further. We're gonna actually just like completely break this weapon open. I'm going to switch from Arcane Guardian to Arcane Pistolier. I think you might understand where we're going at here. On pistol headshot kill, 60% chance for 100% ammo efficiency for 12 seconds. So if we get a headshot kill with this Pocket Brahma Aegrit, we will have infinite ammo for 10 seconds straight. So that's why butchers and low-level enemies that are like easy to kill are good, like in the mix. If we get a headshot kill on these guys, now we can just spam. As you can see, this is what you can do now if you spam. And if we get overshields, it will be red crit spam. So let's see if we can do that again. It's a 60% chance to proc, so keep that in mind. And this ammo is not actually used from your ammo pool, so we can literally spam. Sorry for the flashing lights. This will work in mission. All you gotta do is get one headshot kill, and 60% of the time it works every time. Once the buff runs out, as you see, our ammo is like getting chewed through instantly. But yeah, let's hop into a mission on the Steel Path with this playstyle. I'm gonna be showing the gas build here with Nidus and Tharo Strike, which Tharo Strike is Stynax's helmet, and it's really, really good on Nidus. So as you see right here, flashing white light warning. I'm sorry, guys. I should have probably just put it on black energy color so it wouldn't be as easy to see. Because blinding, but red is going to have to do for now. So yeah, it does work on the Steel Path. Now, if I was running the Corrosive build here, it'd probably kill these Grenier faster. I was just having some fun with the gas build because I was using Nidus with Armor Strip. So yeah, Arcane Pistolier is amazing on this. I think it had an Avenger in here too. This is you can't run Cascadia Overcharge on Nidus because Nidus doesn't get shields. And the Cascadia Overcharge is kind of like a fun gimmick. If you like seeing red crits, I mean, sure. But as you can see right here, this is basically Brahma stuff, killing enemies through the floor. While I'm underneath the floor, it goes through walls, got big explosion radius. I'd say it's worth getting, but it's not worth buying. Like, you know, it's hard to say if it's worth getting because it comes from the call store. So you'd be using stock that you'd be buying an Archon shard with, or you'd be using stock you might buy an Archon mod you don't have with. So it is fun and a worthy weapon to have. But at the same time, if you have a Kuvaton core, like you could just use the Kuvaton core instead of this, honestly. It's a little bit annoying to have to manually detonate it, too. If it, like, detonated on impact or something, that could be kind of cool. Or, like, proximity mines. If anyone from DE is watching this, I've been wanting a proximity mine weapon in this game for, like, 3 or 4 years. So can we get, like, a proximity mine weapon, please? That would be great, thanks. So, yeah, as far as, like, weapon grades for this thing, I'm actually going to go ahead and give it a pretty good grade here. It's got the biggest boom. The only biggest boom for pistols is the only bigger boom is the charged up static core, and who the hell is using that, right? That's just like an irrelevant weapon nowadays, and it requires a charge time. Just no. So this thing is the base explosion that's actually relevant for pistols, and it's doing pretty good damage too. This is a gas build against Steel Path Grenier, and you know, once the armor strip, yeah, it's like a one-shot kill, but you know, it's still doing pretty decent for no armor strip as well. So mob clear of S, biggest explosion, good crit. Usable status, not the greatest status. That's why the status potential is D. It does have impact, puncture, slash, and blast, but with 19% status chance, you're not going to be seeing multiple procs really, unless like you get really lucky. That's why actually with the gas build I went 60-60 mods instead of 90 elemental mods. I want to make sure I'm proccing gas if I am using a gas build on this thing, since Armor Strip made gas builds a lot more relevant than they were, you know, a couple weeks ago. Acolyte kill speed of A. You can definitely one-shot an Acolyte with this if you stack things up properly, but I'm going to recommend you run a Corrosive build if you're trying to Acolyte slay with this. Yeah, it should be really good, actually, for Acolytes. And then max status potential of D. Like I said, it's a really not great status chance, and it's not like... It's very similar to the Brahma, where it's a big explosion with crit, but the Brahma has those mini bomblets after you fire it. This thing does not have mini bomblets. The only double instance of damage you're going to be getting is if you actually directly hit an enemy with the bomb and then blow it up. Then that's 2 instances of damage. The only double procs you'll be getting is from multi-shot, honestly. So not great status potential. Well, rather the potential's high, but the actual application of that status is not going to happen anytime soon. This thing's status chance is so low. Overall grade of a B+. Definitely an above average weapon. I want to call it an excellent weapon, but if you're not using the Arcane Pistolier trick, it definitely runs out of ammo. And, you know, at the same time, you could also just, you know, run AoE Mutation like I showed in the video, and, you know, for like normal missions, it's totally fine. But as a main DPS source, you're going to want to be using Pistolier. As you can see right here, I've got 0 shots in my magazine. I already used like way more ammo than I even have in reserve. So, yeah, pretty fun weapon. The Riven Rolling video is up from a couple days ago. Basically just went for crit and multi-shot. And yeah, I do highly recommend it. Let's just give it a quick, let me just use it with Grutus 4, because I've never tried the Grutus 4. We'll see if it's any good. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully it was fun. Get a couple gunners in here. Actually, we'll do Exo Gox. Those guys are technically more tanky. I think it might be good with Grutus 4. Let's see. What build we got? I don't even care what build we got. Alright, Grutus 4. Cascadia Overcharge. Kind of okay. Not bad for no galvanized stacks. Lots of red crit numbers for sure. So, pretty cool stuff. Yeah, go ahead and have fun with it, guys. I'll see you next time for another video. Take it easy. Peace.